Welcome to this week's videocast. We're up live at the NHL Showcase. We're lucky enough to have Jasper Kozak Miller with us from overtheboards.net. He's here to scout the several different leagues that are here in addition to the NHL. They have the NAPHL, they have the HP League from the U18s and U16s. Just a lot of great hockey up here to watch, especially if you're from a Division I scouting service and college recruiting service like Over the Boards. We're lucky enough to get Jasper, pull him aside for a second and get his words on a few of the kids from each of the leagues. So Jasper, let me know what you think. What do you got? What have you seen so far?
This morning I caught the Omaha U16 AAA team, and that was a star-studded roster. Some of the big names there was Nick Hyde on defense. He's from Minnesota, and he's just a big kid. He's going to be a player, I think. Tariq Baker, captain. He's a good player too, forward, just gritty energy, skill forward. And there's a kid from Pikes Peak. I believe his name is Luke Boos.
Okay.
He's a good player too.
All right, so that's the young guys. Let's talk about the older kids.
Older kids from the NAHL. I just caught the Minnesota Magicians game, so I liked Logan Von Ruden. He's not playing too many minutes right now, but he's going to be, I think, a big contributor down the line for them. I think he just projects extremely well. Got great instincts. Great. He's kind of one of those guys that you just see and you think down the line he's going to be a little bit better, a lot bit better. Other teams in the NAHL, we've also got Guillaume Leclerc. He's a kid from France, plays for the Austin Bruins. He's committed to UMass Lowell, so that's a pretty interesting storyline there, I think, to have a guy from France. I think that might be one of the first. I mean, I know there was a player that went to Ottawa, but other than that, that's one of the big ones there. And then we've also got Alex Konov, also from the Magicians, who might not be eligible for college hockey, but we're keeping an eye on him if he is, because he's just a high-skill, high-energy, fun player to watch for us right now.
Okay. Speaking of the Magicians won their first game. They beat Michigan today 3-2. Easily the player of the game from my perspective was Colin Hernan, number 26. Colin had a goal, an assist, and a fight, which is the Gordie Howe hat trick. In addition to that, Colin drew a penalty with a minute left that propelled the Magicians to a game-winning goal by Derek Kuchera, number 4. What a wonderful game for the Magicians. Congratulations to them. Big shout-out to them. I got to think of a term if you actually do that, where you go penalty, assist, fight, and draw a penalty that gets the game-winning goal. We got to put, maybe we'll call that a Hernan or something. Who knows? All right, what are you going to be checking out the rest of the week here? You're going to be up here all weekend checking things out. What are some of the things, a couple eyes you got circled in your Rolodex here, or circled in your program? What who kids you might watch?
League?
Anybody,
yeah.
You name it.
Well, the High Performance League, I'm definitely watching Vas Kalaias. He's from the Mission. He's a guy that we've been tracking for a long time now, well over a year. Just smooth defenseman, super smart. Just fun to watch. I mean, I can't believe he's still on the board, committed-wise. Goalie from, I believe it's Honey Baked, Mike Lattarella. He should be with the U18s. He's still pretty young, so that's a pretty big level to be playing at for him. And he's supposed to be a player. I haven't actually seen him yet, so I'm hoping to catch him play. So that's a big one. And then who's my other guy? Oh, Pat Kodorenko. Yeah, he's just.
How could you forget a guy like that?
Oh, of course, I know. He's a guy we're not sure if he's going to go to college or not. It hasn't been really declared whether he has NCAA intent, just kind of like the Konov kid. But he's going to be a big get for the WHL if they can get him. I think he's from California, and he's a pretty good player offensively. He's just a stud. So,
any kids from Minnesota that either the 16s or 18s that are still high school, playing in the high school age? You've seen the high school league last weekend. Is there any kids from that stand out to you?
Committed or uncommitted?
Uncommitted.
Uncommitted. Well, Dylan Malmquist just committed last night to Notre Dame. That would have been my number 1 for sure.
By the way, I called that. I told you about that one, didn't I?
I thought you said Harvard, but I'm not sure.
I would have thought Harvard, but what do I know?
I thought you were right on that one too. What other kids from Minnesota League? Put me on a spot with the Minnesota guys. John Peterson, he's a good one. He's from Holy Family. I like him quite a bit. He's a good player. Travis Brown, but he's committed to Michigan Tech. Good, just offensive guy. Johnny Austin from Benilde St. Margaret's. He's a puck-moving defenseman. I think he has just unbelievable vision. Who else? Ty Osmus from East Grand Forks. he's a fun player to watch. I think he's going to be unreal. I mean, he's not as big as his brother, who's at North Dakota now and was with the national team program, but he clearly can play the game. He's 5'7" or something like that, but he scoots up and down the ice, doesn't make too many mistakes. Tanner Tweeden, also from East Grand Forks, big power forward guy. I think he's going to be a stud too. Those guys, I mean, East Grand Forks is kind of shaping up to be a scary producer of talent lately.
Well, they were very good at Bantams 2 years ago. They took Edina to the wall, or took him to him. So no surprise there that East Grand's going to have a good high school hockey team this year. Any other kids from Minnesota, or any kids maybe we should watch for this weekend?
I was hoping to get a look at Cole Weaver. He's from Minnesota. He's playing for the Omaha U16s. He didn't play this morning, but I think a different player did, Darian Hansen, and he's also from Minnesota. I think he's from around here in Blaine, I guess, near here. And he had a pretty interesting game this morning. He kind of started off really strong, and then he let in 2 kind of questionable goals, and then he saved the game with about a minute to go with an unbelievable save. And so that was just a nice little storyline there. So definitely take a look at him, because he's 6'3", playing U16 hockey right now in the Nets. So
that's cool
from that standpoint.
Well, thanks for joining us. We got to do this again sometime, and of course, I'll be right on all the picks as well, like I always am. Or actually, to tell you the truth, he told me Dylan was going to Notre Dame, and I thought because his father went to Harvard, he'd be a Harvard lock. But what do I know? Anyway, that's the end of this capsule here up at the Super Rink. It's been a blast watching all this hockey. If you love hockey, come on up here this weekend and check it out. There's no shortage of great players and great hockey to be watched. Thanks for joining us.